Let me talk to you about the way I live. Got priorities put in place. I'm a real good kid. You can be cool with me, but just understand I am loyal to my future and I have a master plan. I'm giving all I have to my schoolwork and this is cause my future's in my hands, can't you see? I have a master plan, graduate, oh yes I can. I go to college and then I will get a good...
Classrooms in the 21st century are using multi-modal literacies to break down global boundaries and allow students to connect to a broader audience than traditional texts. Classrooms of the 21st century are using familiar multi-modal literacies for students to analyse meaning, audience, purpose and bias to equip them with knowledge and skills to transfer to their everyday lives. Multimodal literacies are important in contemporary classrooms for students to develop an understanding that literacies do not occur in isolation, but rather in context of the world around them, thus enabling them to make correct language choices to communicate, create texts, and interact as productive members of society. A new meta-language is being used to decode, make meaning, and communicate online through graphic novels, advertising, music, and gaming. This meta-language is taught explicitly through multimodal literacies that are found in the everyday lives of students. Multimodal literacies support multiple ways of learning and caters to the individual learning style of all students, therefore being inclusive in nature. Multimodal literacies are articulated across the curriculum under the English strands of literature, language and literacy. The general capabilities support the inclusion of multimodal literacies as a means to educate students on ethical understanding, personal and social capabilities and IT capabilities, so that students become confident and creative learners who are active and informed citizens in the 21st century. As reflected in years 4 to 6 of the curriculum strand of literacy, multimodal texts are used to show how ideas and points of view are conveyed and can change according to context, and students are to use comprehension strategies to build literal and inferred meaning of these texts through analysing and evaluating. The strand of language across years 4 to 5 outline the importance of using a range of multimodal literacies to support a deep understanding that words can have different meanings in different contexts, and that online texts use language features and text structure to enhance readability and achieve a specific purpose. Through the use of multimodal literacies, the English curriculum teaches students how to connect literacy texts to their own experiences in relation to different social and cultural contexts in Year 5 and 6. Collaboration is essential in contemporary classrooms to develop literacy concepts, as collaboration provides an intensive, language-rich environment in which students compose, evaluate and form opinions through reading, writing, speaking and listening. Students develop literacy concepts based on the social, cultural, linguistic and economic contexts they are part of. Contemporary classrooms practice collaboration so that students become familiar with a diverse range of new contexts, so they are better able to understand the different text structures, purposes, and reactions literacies portray. Collaboration allows literacy to occur through students being able to evaluate evidence and the points of view of others, weigh opposing arguments, and present their own point of view in a structured, clear, well-reasoned way to convince others. Literacy is socially situated and collaborative in nature and is fostered in the contemporary classrooms through collaboration methods such as reading groups and purposeful inquiry approaches to develop 21st century skills that include higher order and critical thinking, empathy, thinking flexibly, metacognition, and social skills through oral, written, and digital methods.
We talked about last time.
You were supposed to have your outline done for your part and we were going to share them today.
Oh. When did we decide that?
Well, since it looks like I'm the only one who did that, let's talk about how we want to format the presentation.
That sounds like a good idea.
Collaboration is incorporated into the Australian curriculum English discipline throughout the years 4 to 6. The English Foundation outlines across all year areas and strands of English that it is important that students have opportunities to collaborate and discuss ideas of literacy to gather a deeper meaning of texts. The Year 4 outcomes under the literature strand require students to discuss techniques used by authors to hold the reader's interest and to share responses and points of view with others. Language and literacy also ensure that students use interaction skills found in collaboration to make links to points of view and literacy texts, and understand that social interactions can influence personal views, ideas, and responses. Throughout Year 5 and 6, collaboration is included under the literacy and literature strands in the form of students reflect on the viewpoints of others while contributing to discussions to clarify, develop, and share information and experiences. Under the literature strand of Year 6, students are required to make connections personally, socially, and culturally. This can only be achieved through collaboration methods whereby students have been able to use critical thinking to make judgments about the purpose, context, and culture of the text. Under the general capabilities of the Australian curriculum, collaboration is as critical to personal and social capacity as the students learn the language is a social endeavour.